Hello, fellow investors. Hello, brothers. Hello, sisters. Um, as you guys may know, I have no idea how to fix the screen issue. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully, I can get a computer guy to come help me out at some point. As you guys may or may not know, I was in between jobs around Christmas. I had taken a contract, and then, anyway, I've just been switching jobs a lot lately, and cash flow has not been steady. So I kind of been taking a pause from investing for a while. I mean, I'm still doing the $5 a day thing. But even that money, I just got sitting. I pulled 1,000 out that I had in Maine, which was kind of stupid, I guess, because I bought it mainly around 40, and now it's like 45. But I just need to build my cash position up a little bit, but and get back to a steady income and steady working, and hopefully Monday things will get back on track. I'm supposed to start a new full-time job, and even though it'll be less money, I'm going to have to make some sacrifices and some cutbacks in a lot of places. Might be $20 less an hour, but if to me, if it's a better situation, I can turn $1 to $2 right here in the stock market. So I'm not really too worried about that. I'd rather have a good work environment and less stress and less chaos in my life. But anyway, I happened to look at my little E-Trade account, and one of the stocks that I had bought, and maybe this was a stupid decision on my part, but it was called Rewalk or something. I think I've talked about it in the past. I don't even know the symbol, but it was something like RLWK. It was some kind of robotics company, and they dealt with spinal cord stuff. And the reason I liked that company was I thought that maybe in the future they could create some kind of super soldiers, and they might very well be, but that might be 10, 15, 20 years into the future. I don't know. But anyway, I was broke even on it. I was down quite a bit, and I guess they had some positive news, and I was even. So I picked up $400 from that, and I only had 100 shares in S&D Sand that I had talked about before. I only had, like I said, 100 shares, so $200. So basically what I did is I sold rewalk, or whatever how you say it, and I put that $400 into S&D. So instead of 100 shares now I got 300 shares. And this was just one of take these things with a grain of salt, and hopefully you guys can see it. It's like, I don't know, $1.80 something, $1.81 or something. 52-week high 265, trailing PE 5.7, forward PE 10. 52-week low 144, market cap 78 million. Return on equity 5%, annual revenue 300 million, institutionally owned 19%. This is the kind of stuff I love to see. 5-year return, negative, stuff. Um, this this one, a while back, I had probably $5,000 in this stock, and it had gone to $5 or something, and I had sold it literally a week or two before it went to $5 or whatever it went to, and I would have made several $1,000s. But I've talked about this stock before. I mean, if you got a PE of 10, what does that tell you? It tells me that you're implied a 10% return on your money. Now there's no dividend. Their earnings is positive, so 30 cent. You're paying 180 for a share, and they're earning you 30 cent a year. That's not bad. It's really not bad at all. But if this thing is right, the price to book is trading at about 0.3, which to me means it's 70% off. If you take the assets minus the liabilities, this thing went bankrupt today, and you had to sell all the land, and you had to sell all the property and equipment. You would more than double your money easily. And I've said this before, and I don't know if you guys can see this on screen, but the book value, the price per share, is $6.43, and it's trading at $1.79. But the book value $6 something. So to me, like, assuming some Republican gets elected, because if a Democrat stays in power, they're not going to. This company deals with sand and fracking, and it's with the oil and gas industry. So if you get a bunch of tree huggers and all this stuff, they're not going to want to frack. That's for sure. They want everything to be wind and solar. But it's funny, they don't like nuclear, which is actually one of the best sources is nuclear. We haven't built a new nuclear power plant in this country in I don't know how long, 50 years. I don't know what it's been, but and yeah, maybe it didn't go to 5, but here was that little spike back in April 22. It's been almost 2 years ago now, but so I expect it to go back to this point at some point and hopefully surpass it. But you can see right here, the earnings are positive, the fundamentals are good, the relative valuation is good. I have no idea why the risk would be a 4. I mean, if you're buying something at 30 cents on the dollar, how in the world can it be risky? I just, I don't get that. And I remember what I was gonna do. Let's just jump to Coca-Cola real quick, just to show you guys something. So Coca-Cola is $60 a share. It's a really big company, $262 billion. The book value per share of Coca-Cola is $6. So that is what the book value is. And you can see that the price is 10 times higher than the book value. Meanwhile, you got S&D, and the reason for that is Coca-Cola has buying power. They have a very high buying power. They have a very wide moat. Even against Pepsi, like when I go to fast food or something or a restaurant, even if they say, hey, we only got Pepsi products, I say, give me a Coke. Like, it's just like ingrained in your head. But I mean, here the book value of this stock is actually even higher than Coca-Cola, and Coca-Cola is a $60 stock. I'm not trying to compare Coca-Cola with this company. I mean, they're apples and oranges, but I'm just pointing out that so, I mean, to get the book value, you're basically just taking the total assets and you're minusing the liabilities. And right here's the tangible book value, 236, I guess that's million. 236 million, and you can see the market cap. You can buy the whole company today for 74 million. And 9 million, if this is accurate, 9 million of that is cash. So, it's not a very big investment. I threw $400 at already a $200 investment. But to me, this is like a sure thing. Now, I might have to wait a couple years. I don't know. I've already waited a couple years. I might have to wait a couple more. But eventually, I think we'll be in the positive. Now, another thing I could have done, and I didn't, but I already have $3,000 in this company right here. And I'm getting my ass kicked. I mean, this thing was during the pandemic, it was $15 or close to it. I don't know why this is only showing like 12 something, but I remember it somewhere around, got up to 15 because I started buying it at 7 and it doubled. And I think I had bought some more at 10 or something, and it went down to 7, and then now here's under 5. Now, this company during the pandemic was paying me just a little bit of money I had in it, probably $100 a month in dividends. But the dividends have drastically changed, and now I'm only getting maybe a penny. a penny a unit or a share compared to, I don't know what it was, 10 cent, 25 cent, something. As you can see, it's not, it's almost 2 pennies, but not quite. 0.016, so a penny and a half, a little more than a penny and a half. And I think I only have maybe 300 shares, a little more, in my E-Trade account. I'm not sure how many I have in the other account, but it's not much. It's not nearly that much. But I am down well over 50% in this company. I want to say I'm down. The market price for my 300 shares might be $1,300 or something, or $1,700, and I'm either down $1,300 or $1,700. So I'm down like somewhere around 60%, and I just made the decision that I'm not going to add to it, but I will continue to reinvest my dividends. So like I had 300 shares, and I think now I might have like 305 or 303 or something. And so every month when I get a dividend, I just reinvest. I mean, it's not much. It's like, if you're only getting a penny or so a share, and I got 300 shares, you're talking like $3, $5, something very small. But at this price, I mean, that's almost enough to buy another share. So or another unit is what they're called, but in the trust. But so every month, I'm passively buying just one more unit. So, if I started at the beginning of the year, let's say at 300 shares, and by the end of the year it'd be 312, or maybe even more than that. But I do think natural gas will go up at some point, and I think the dividend. This changes month to month. So, we're going to have peaks and troughs, good days and bad days. And that was one reason why I wanted to move into Maine in my $5 a day account, was Maine was more stable, even though the dividend was less. It was more stable, and I didn't think it was going to crash like this one did. But this definitely could be a buying opportunity for somebody. If you bought it at 15 and now it's less than 5, you're getting 2 to 1 on your money. But like I said, I've already put $3,000 in. I'm already down over half that. So for me, I'm just stopping right there. But to me, sand is a more sure thing. The bad thing with trust is eventually, whether it's oil, whether it's natural gas, whatever's in the ground eventually is going to dry up, and it's not going to pay you nothing. So the idea is, hopefully, I could recoup my investment before this thing dries up and is worthless. But hopefully, this well or whatever has another 10 or 15, 20 years left, and maybe I get my money back within 10 years, and then everything past that is profit. I don't think this is accurate anymore, but if you're getting $1 in dividends a year and you're only paying less than $5, it's better than a 20% return. So might be worth a deeper look. And this company is small enough at 200 and some million that the big hedge funds aren't going to be messing with it usually. But anyway, I just wanted to update you that I had bought 200 shares of S&D today. And maybe at some point in the future, the price of S&D stays, below 2. Maybe I'll keep adding and maybe up to $1,000 or so. Granted, everything goes well with my job. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you guys can make some money.